Well, I'm not going to do that again. Right. Now, you don't often see my airsoft guns in this kind of condition, but this video is going to be a bit of a rant about this and the company and the people that sold it to me. Well, not so much about the people that sold it to me because they didn't make the thing and they're only following the rules. So, do not hold that against the company. Their customer service, is really good. And they do try to, sort things out. But they didn't do a good job this time. Not in my opinion anyway. And it is just my opinion. Now, my KWA T10 has failed. I'm going to show you where it failed. The first failure started off with this bearing collapsing. Yep, completely disintegrating. That one was off the spur gear at the back of it. Okay, you see that? Completely wrecked, and that all ended up inside the casing. Now then, the second one to fail, or start to fail, is this one. The holder for the bearings inside has started to poke through, and you might be able to see it. Just get it in focus there, a bit of metal sticking up above the housing. Yeah, that one started to go. Those things are £5 each. They are not cheap bearings. You do not expect them to fail that badly, that quickly. But they did. Now KWA, one shim in there. Are you kidding me? I've got 5 shims in there to hold these gears in place. That is crap quality control. KWA, you should be ashamed of yourselves. I am not happy. Not one little bit. That is disgraceful. Now, obviously with them bearings failing, the spur gear bouncing around like a bleeding marionette because it had no shims on it whatsoever. And the only gear that did have a shim on it is the seconder gear. Look at the state of that. That has been bouncing around in there like I don't know what. It's destroyed it. Absolutely wrecked it. And go back a bit. The last couple of teeth on there started to tear up, and that started to jam up with it and dig into the bore. You can get a bit of light in there. But yeah, it started to tear all the inside of that up, mostly at the middle and bottom end. So yeah, absolute crap. £10 there. Not impressed. So I've decided to upgrade it. Put new bearings in it. I'm going to be using lithium grease on the gears and on each of the bearings to give them a little bit of extra life. Here is a new bore. Shiny, shiny. Shiny, shiny. Super lightweight with shiny, shiny on the end of it. Very nice. Good air seal as well. The nozzle's proprietary along with the tappet plate, so I can't replace that just yet because nobody's made any for them that I know of. So I'm going to crack on with this build now, get it all back together, and then we're going to have a little bit of chew of the breeze about some airsofty stuff that I've been seeing on YouTube's about IWA, SHOT Show and the other one. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to build this back up off camera because you don't need to see that crap. Fucking Negative Airsoft does a much better job than I can, and it'll take me for frigging ever because I'm crap at it. Ooh, look, a bearing. I found a bearing on my table. A round one. I'll keep that to one side, could come in handy. Because them little ball bearings, you can't buy them. And there's a load of them in that one, so I've got some spares. Right, I'm going to build this up, and then I'm going to come back with my ugly mush, and we'll have a chat about IWA and all of that, and what's coming up in the games. Here we go. Right guys, got the gearbox back together. Now I just thought I'd show you this. Very interesting facts. These fixings are captive, and they have a washer on them. Oops, bit too blurry. Do not lose that washer, and you do this with a captive screw. You put it in the hole, wind it back, and you feel a click. Nope, not quite. There. Then it goes in. And give that baby a good nip down. If you don't find the captive edge where the screw starts against the threading in the hole, it'll tear up the threading. Give them a good nip down, because this is a recoil based gun, and you can really get a good torque up on them. Do them all, make sure they're tight, because you don't want this thing going apart, because it will tear itself up again. So there you go, gearbox back together. Now I'm going to get all back in this shit. Right, catch you in a bit. I'll have a bit more of a finish off moment, then I'm going to talk about all the other stuff I was going on about. Well guys, getting back to where I was, I've got to say, KWA, I am seriously frustrated with you. One shim in there is a frigging joke. Not impressed at all. So, what's it cost me? About 100 quid to fix it. Thanks KWA for your shoddy crap quality control. It's useless. Get your act together. There are people out here that can't really afford to buy a brand new gun at this price point and then send it off to be fixed. Shame on you. Now, thankfully, BZ Tactical, the first time it broke, fixed it. Then it jammed up again. They fixed it again. It lasted a while, and obviously you saw the gearbox in bits and bits are broken in it. They sent me an email after responding to them with what I'd found, that they do the warranty work. Warranty work. Now, I believe warranty work is to correct cock-ups that the factory makes, and then the factory pays, you know, the shop. No, BZ Tactical put one shim in it and it fucked up again, in turn costing me nearly 100 quid to fix it. A bit frustrated with that because I don't know who to point the finger at, but initially, KWA, shame on you. Stop using your customers as research and development. It's not on. Pack it in. Anyway, enough ranting. It's fixed. It works. I'm happy. Mostly. Anyway, I have been watching the SHOT Show, IWA, and English shooting on YouTube, and there's a couple of interesting things popping up. Not much, a lot of it's just generic crap, you know, stuff I've seen a million times. Truly my passion is towards gas blowback, and there is just one this year that has actually raised my eyebrow. Well, 2 up until KWA screwed up with this thing, and now I don't trust them full stop because they're not very impressive to say the least. So I won't be getting that F90 off them because I can imagine that screwing up like I don't know what. If it doesn't, I may get version 2 after they've fixed all the cock-ups that people report on it eventually. But we'll see. I'm not buying one just yet. So there you go, KWA. You can thank yourselves for that one. Impressive work on putting me off buying your pew-pews. So anyway, VSC. I've got one of their rifles already and I have put many shots through it and I really can't fault it, but probably down to what type of gun it is. So yeah, VSC. Probably wondering what gas blowback pew-pew they're making that's got my attention. It is the PPSH-41 in gas blowback. 150 round drum magazine. Now, doesn't sound like much because the majority of the drum is the gas reservoir, and then there's a plastic insert card that holds your 150 BBs, and you load that with a speed loader. 150 rounds. Now I'm not sure if they're going to be releasing additional plastic inserts so you can keep a few in a bag on your side and that way you don't run out. But it really does look interesting, so I'm going to be following that one really closely. Because a gas blowback in a PPSH-41, that's definitely got my interest. And obviously the rest of it's all M4s and bullpups and sniper rifles. The shotgun kind of got me interest, 5 and 10 rounds at a time from G&G, but other than that everything's pretty much generic. So just to finish this video up, KWA, get your friggin' act together. Externally this thing is gorgeous, but your quality control is crap. Get your act together. Anyway, as I always say, be safe, play safe. Oh, it's got freaking hits. Have a nice day, guys.